Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, Wards and Wardens. So you may have noticed that we've been doing less videos per week than usual. I try and do like 5 to 6 videos for each series, and we've only been doing about 3, and that's been on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. This schedule has not been intentional. I mentioned earlier in the series that I've been having some issues with coughing. I can get about 20 to 30 minutes into the video before I start coughing a lot and have to cut that out. And I said that I didn't think I was sick because it only happens when I record, basically when I talk a lot. However, I did end up testing positive for COVID the other day. So did my wife and both of my kids, which is very unfortunate because my wife can't go to work when she's tested positive for COVID. And we're planning a vacation later this year, a long vacation, longer than we usually do. And so my wife can't take any time off, any paid time off. So basically she can't go to work and she can't get paid. So pretty bad situation, especially with us going on vacation, because that's, obviously got to save up money for that. And this is the 6th time that we've gotten COVID. I think 6 times now, might have been more. We've gotten COVID so many times, and that's because my wife does work in a pharmacy, so she's kind of on the front lines of this COVID thing, with the vaccines and the COVID testing, and so she's always around sick people, and so she brings it home all the time. Now, all those times that we've got it, we've only had symptoms twice, if you don't count this time, because I wouldn't really say that we're having symptoms, because again, the coughing is only when I talk a lot. But those 2 times that I did have symptoms, one of them, it was kind of bad. It felt more like the flu, and then the other time, it was like really, really mild. Probably not as bad as a normal cold would be. And so the majority of times that we've gotten COVID, we didn't even know we had it because there just weren't any bad symptoms. But it's still unfortunate because, again, you test positive, you can't go to work, and so that just causes lots of problems with your monthly income, of course. I mentioned in a community post a week or so ago that I was having problems with my hearing, with my left ear, which I already have problems in the left ear. If you guys didn't know, I was artillery in the Army, and so I don't have great hearing in my left ear as it is. But it got really, really bad about, I think it was like a week and a half ago or so. It was right around when the coughing started. So I'm wondering if that's the hearing problems I was having, where I could basically not hear anything out of that ear, and then I had this constant ringing, like a really loud ringing, and the sound, everything sounded like it was coming through like a broken microphone. But yeah, it was just really, really strange, and it started around the same time that the coughing started. So I'm wondering if COVID might have caused it. I've never heard of COVID causing issues with hearing, but I have heard of a lot of other weird symptoms, so maybe, I don't know. But yeah, the coughing and the hearing problems started around the same time, and just trying to get through it, guys, and therefore I've only been recording 1 video when I record, which is usually on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because I just can't make it through 2 episodes. With the length of my videos, just making it through 1 episode is problematic. But that's the reason why we haven't had as many episodes per week, as I'm just having these coughing issues whenever I talk a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. I already did a couple things before we started here, and one of those was sending off this ransom offer since he finally had the 30 gold. Our vassal, the Duke Rudolph of Swabia, has cheated on his spouse. Of course, when we do this option, it'll only arrest her. I kind of feel like this might be bugged as well, because if you look at this, I've always wanted to be able to arrest the character for doing this, and it's never been an option. Like, there's not an arrest option, and when you select that, it only arrests the woman involved. However, if you look at this here, there is a crime rightful imprisonment, and it's being given to his wife instead. So I think this is broken. I think this here is actually supposed to be here in the code, and they just placed it in the wrong spot. So instead, you can arrest his wife, despite the fact that she's not the one who committed the crime here. Because yeah, you can see she's getting, well, I mean, it looks like she gets it twice here. I don't know, let's take a look at it. But we've looked at it before, and we weren't able to arrest him. Like, it wasn't considered a crime. But let's take a look at his spouse now and see if she has it. And maybe it's just a mistake in the code as far as what they're displaying, because she doesn't have an arrest option either, but neither does he. We have another person who we can arrest, this mayor here, so we can pardon her or we can arrest her. And we're actually going to go ahead and arrest her so that we can get the money. So I'm a prisoner, 100% chance of success, no tyranny because she's a criminal, she's a fornicator. And so we'll go and arrest her. And therefore, we'll be able to ransom her. And then we can also ransom her off. Although this just gives you a hook on Duke Rudolph, which is actually what we wanted. If we would have arrested him arrested him, we would have just released him to get the hook anyways. So it actually works out there. But let's go ahead and ransom her as well for the 30 gold since she's a mayor. And then we're going to be changing up his contract. If we haven't already, you know what? We arrested him, abducted him, and I think we used that to change up his contract. So we might not be able to do that again. I'm assuming that's what we did, yeah. So now we just have the hook on him. That's fine. We'll have it to 1136. I'm not entirely sure what we'd do with that. I mean, you could revoke a title and then force him to give in. It's still an act of tyranny, though. Could just like take a county from him. So that would be an option as well. And then he'd just be a count. It is a lot of tyranny. We are a tyrannical ruler, but you're also impacting cultural acceptance. There's a lot of problems here by doing this. So we might just leave the hook for now. Maybe get rid of a little bit of the tyranny that we already have, because currently we have 9. I'm getting rid of 2 of that per year. So we'll just keep the hook on him for the moment. How old is he? He's not going to die anytime soon, is he? No, he's only 43. And our level of splendor has increased. All right, excellent. So that gets us to well-known. And thus we'll have a better long reign bonus here. Our dynasty is slowly moving up in the world. And unfortunately, we lost some popular opinion in our capital because I have changed up what our counselors are doing. So I've changed our chancellor over to domestic affairs, since we don't really need to get any more characters around our borders vassalized. There's just not really very many options. This character is never going to submit without a conflict, a war, and really that only leaves this character here in Naples, and he wasn't willing to accept as it was. He's still pretty far off. It might be because of the different religion. And you see that he's Orthodox. And so therefore, there wasn't any other neighbors that we could vassalize, and we didn't really need to have the foreign affairs anymore. So we're going to keep it on the domestic affairs now. Also, we're now increasing development in Nancy with our steward, so that's the reason why we got that event. And then our spy master is trying to find secrets over here in Provence. And I think we still have the marshal and the organized army there. So no changes with that. And chance for friendship here. This is one of the neighboring rulers here in Spain. One of the more powerful ones, actually. And it looks like we could form a friendship with him if we wanted to. We aren't callous, though, so maybe we don't want to. Maybe we just want to be rude. He is an older guy, too, so... yeah, we'll just say I never want to see your face again. Not take the stress for that. Also, the King of Scotland just continues to try and arrange these betrothals, which we're just not interested in. So I don't have to go up there and support him in wars, particularly with England. I mean, that's who he's most likely to be attacked by. And yeah, I'm just not interested. And unfortunately, we are being attacked up here by the Duke of Toulouse. I'm not entirely sure why he's bothering to do that. That's not really going to help him out much. Yeah, that's strange that he went after our territory. Yeah, so this might end up going in their favor. One thing I wanted to do here, I did forget, I meant to do this in the beginning of the episode, is to go ahead and create that title for the Kingdom of Germany. Last episode, I had a few people in the comments mention that what is going to be considered part of our future empire once we create that imperial title is based off of what kingdom titles you have. Now, I thought it was based off of what you held that was neighboring all the territories. So basically all of this would be considered part of our empire, but maybe like the territory in southern Italy or Sicily, Sardinia, or this territory over here in Iberia would not be considered part of our empire, while all this would be. But people will tell me that it's based off of the kingdoms. And so therefore, if we want, like let's say Germany here, all of this kingdom title, let me just go into the kingdom titles here. So yeah, Germany or Bavaria or Burgundy. If we wanted those to be considered part of our imperial domain, then we'd have to have those kingdom titles. So just based on what they're saying, because I don't actually know how it works, I was assuming something else, then we would want to create maybe not all of these kingdom titles, because some of these just simply aren't worth it. So if you look at like Sardinia. It's 5 counties. I just don't think that's worth the amount of gold you have to pay, because all these are the same cost. It doesn't matter how many you're getting. So like this one, 5 counties, not worth it. Up here as well. Somebody wanted me to create this kingdom title. I don't think that's worth it. 9 for 425 gold. But Germany certainly, and maybe even Bavaria as well, which is almost as large. Burgundy is probably the smallest you want to do with the 19 counties, but I just can't see doing these two. They're just too expensive, guys. But yeah, certainly Germany. Let's go ahead and create that title. And we almost have enough to create the imperial title even after we did that. And so yeah, now we have the King of Germany title, and that will also improve our opinion with all the characters that are within that kingdom, so that's nice. And it looks like we don't even need to sway him anymore. He really likes us at this point. That's because courtly vassals approve the creation of titles, and so we don't need to sway the Prince Bishop here anymore. And we'll continue to try and sway the Duke of Provence, but let me just take a look at our counselors and see if there's any other ones we might want to boost opinion with. I mean, most of them seem to like us quite a bit. Might want to dip around at some of our powerful vassals here that aren't on the council and see if they need a bit of a opinion increase. Or we could work on people that we might be able to vassalize, like this ruler in Naples, because you'll see that he's pretty far off from the normal feudal obligations. Low's not as bad. That's actually better than when I looked at it earlier. A lot better. Did we get anything from... Yeah, nothing that we did here. I don't know how it got higher. But yeah, we can go ahead and try to sway him. That's a 61% chance. Maybe because the opinion of the powerful vassals is higher. Yeah, because I think his went up quite a bit with that title creation. So our spy master likes us now. But yeah, creating those titles is really going to help with all those courtly vassals. So this is again about our daughter, Princess Yetta, and she's firmly in my grip. Is this because of our hook on her? Yeah. So with the right strategy, I might raise my upper hand even further. Perhaps Yetta could be used to extend my influence over the Baron. This is an event where you basically trade in the hook that you have on this character, which, on our daughter is really not all that useful, to instead get a hook on the Baron here, which I believe he's not going to inherit anything else. So really not that helpful since he's not even one of our vassals. But if we were to eliminate his brothers, if they don't have any children... Okay, he's got 2 sons. So he's not going to inherit anything. No matter what you did, you'd have to take out like 4 characters to get him any titles, so it's really not that useful. But you could just do it to get the intrigue lifestyle experience, and we also don't really need the hook on her. So with this, it's basically fabricating. Yeah, it seems fabricating a secret on him. 97% chance we'd be successful. Instead, we can frame him for the murder of our daughter. Obviously, we wouldn't want to do that. We're callous, but we're not that bad. We can make it clear how easily I can reach him. This is a 96% chance of success, and you get the weak hook on him because our reputation precedes us. This is available because of our high dread. Or we can say, spread a few rumors about how terrifying I am, and then just get the dread, and we'll keep the hook on her. And I just don't see how the hook would be useful. Yeah, I think we're just going to take the dread, because our dread currently is at 89, so why not get it back up to 100 there? I think that's actually the best use there. And this is an attempt to improve opinion with the Duke here. Just to boost the opinion by 10 for some prestige. Sure, why not? We have a ton of prestige. Moving towards becoming a living legend. And is this our ability to get a secret on just some random character here? Yeah. So I don't think we want to do that, especially not for 450 gold, so we'll just get the opinion instead. There's a hunt we can't attend here. So this is one of our counts. He's kind of far away. Yeah, I don't see us doing that because it would only take 2 months to get there. But yeah, we're not going to attend that, guys. So we'll keep on saving up here. Looks like this war is likely going to end soon. I think we might actually go ahead and assist now at this point. He's come to pay homage to us as the Duke of Verona. So we'll take that money. And yeah, we'll go and raise up the troops. We'll only raise up if we only raise the levies up, that might not be enough. Or excuse me, the men-at-arms. He currently has about 5,800 men or so. Okay, so we'll have to raise up at least some of the troops. We don't have to raise the entirety of them. But yeah, we do need to raise... I did not want to do that. So let's stop that. Stop both of these here. Yeah, my bad, guys. I did not want to raise these up here. I just hit the button. We want to raise these up over here. So we'll give it a little bit of time. And she's going to win this war no matter what. Because he came over here. This is like not even helping him with the conflict at all. I don't know what he's doing. Because you don't get points for fighting... Well, it looks like she's coming over here. Maybe we don't need to raise these troops up. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking here. Because he's not going to get any points for helping out in the... You know, attacking an ally. And sieging their stuff down. If he attacked our armies, he would. We weren't able to sway him, unfortunately. But yeah, that would be effective if he beat us in battle. So the Forever Infamous will decrease our dread decay by 1,000%, so basically it doesn't decay. So that'd be incredibly helpful. I think that's the one we're going to get. Also unlocks a murder feast, if you want to, you know, basically hold a feast and then murder some people at it. Like a whole family. And then there's the imprison chance as well. So I want both of those, but let's get this one first, because we just hit that 100 dread. We're now at 97. But essentially this will ensure that that never decays. So it's pretty useful for us to have here. Now we could go over to the feast. It's 5 months to get there, but this is actually a character we are trying to improve opinion with, so it would make sense to go there. Yeah, why not? We're going to go over to the feast, guys. Even though it's going to take a long time to get there. Though, you know what? This war is almost over. And I don't think us being in activity would cause any issues, but I'm not willing to risk it, guys. Not after all this work, all this time we've waited. She might not win this, so let's go ahead and help out. We're just going to raise up the men-at-arms in this one location. And then go ahead and send them over there to ensure... she was going to win anyways, but... Remember, if we help out, then we do get an opinion increase with her. So there is that. And is this who we want to lead our troops? Why do we not want the Count in charge? He's fantastic. Look at this commander advantage. He's really good. He's reckless as well, but he's got the rough terrain experts. Yeah, we'll put him in charge. So I suppose we just want to do a siege, but the territory to siege is pretty far away. You could go to this location. I guess that's what we'll do. We're still able to earn very good money with just the men-at-arms raised up. But the war is now at 83%. It might just go after that army as well. Let's see where they go. Yeah, maybe I'll help out in the battle here. Yeah, let's do that instead. And apparently we've got some situations here. Let me just take a look. We can vassalize another neighbor. Oh wow, we can finally vassalize this duke here. It's probably going to be with the low obligations, which I'm not willing to do. Let's take a look at the Count of Naples here. That's also with the low. We're nowhere near close to getting the normal feudal obligations. And his opinion's already pretty decent at this point. I don't think it's going to get much higher than that. Let me just take a look at what our chance of being successful here is. 61%. We'll wait a minute. We'll see if we can improve the chances of getting normal there. Because there are other ways for us to increase that. And there's a mayor, another mayor, who are able to imprison, so let's go ahead and do that. Only a 45% chance of success here. We might want to wait till we get that perk then, because I'm not willing to fight a little tiny war just for 30 gold. The war would cost more than 30 gold, so it's just not worth it. Okay, so I think that's all we need to be aware of, besides the fact that we could go ahead and reforge these. Yeah, I like this one, so we will reforge that. The lock of hair we will not, though. We'll let that just deteriorate a bit more. And, you know, because it's got 7 years here. And then we'll want to destroy it to get that little bit of gold. I mean, you know what? We can destroy it now because, you know, I'm going to forget. We might not even be using that currently. Let me just take a look. Yeah, we weren't even using that at this moment anyways. We could take a look and see if there's any other artifacts here. that we're not making use of. Like, got this lucky rabbit's paw. That actually increases your prowess. I don't think I knew that we had that. We will probably want to put that in place. The fertility is not as useful now. I want to keep the piety. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and replace this with that lucky rabbit's paw. Just for the prowess. Just because. We'll keep this for later, because obviously our wife is too old to have children at this moment anyways. But we can get rid of the ancient plaque here. Get a bit of money. And then this tooth as well. I think this is our tooth from when we were young, so we'll get rid of that too. Get us a little bit more money here. And thus we can go ahead and create another title. So we're going to do the Kingdom of Bavaria next. And we've seen how this also improves opinion with those courtly vassals, so that's another reason to do it. And we got some inspirations we can do. So there's an adventure one. This one's not as good. He is a master though. And this is for a book. She's very competent. Well, let's wait, because this war is about to be over, and I don't want to spend too much more money. I'm going to invent every woman for herself. This is also involving our daughter, Princess Yetta. So she's fiddling nervously with her sleeve as I open the door to my chamber. What is she doing here at this hour? My deepest apologies, but I must speak with you in private. I have discovered something very interesting. She's uncovered a secret of the Prince Bishop Humbert. She's willing to share it with me if I let her off the hook. So these are just continued events that are regarding her hook. So this might be more useful, having a hook on him. Is it a strong hook? Well, it's a secret. Okay. Now we did just get his opinion up. So that's something to consider here. But yeah, if we do this option, then we lose the hook on her. We'll also gain a little bit of stress because we're callous. She'll be grateful though. We can instead say, you think you can make demands? Tell me or else. There's a 33% chance she'll be wounded. We'll lose opinion with her as well. Or we can say, I'd rather have you in my pocket than him. Well, that's not true. I think we're going to take the stress and let our daughter off the hook. Clearly she wants to get off the hook here. And go ahead and get a secret on him. He's a non-believer. Really? The Prince Bishop is a non-believer. Wow. So that's one hell of a secret to have on him. Oops, we don't want to murder him. We want to look at the blackmail. And so if we got this is a strong hook on him. He'll be upset, but it's not really not that big of a deal. It's better to have the strong hook on him. So yeah, we will go ahead and blackmail him because we don't lose that strong hook with time. And I've actually been wanting one of his titles for a long time now. He has the duchy capital here. And so I really want this particular location, been wanting it. So we have that strong hook on him now. And so we could revoke his title and use that hook to do so. And what we'd want is, it'd be this one right here. Now we have to spend a ton of piety, so we can't really do it right now. It is an act of tyranny as well, and we lose a strong hook, and he's going to be very unhappy with us, so it means he's not going to support us anymore, and he becomes our rival. Okay, so it's not something we're going to do right at this moment, but because we never lose a strong hook, we can use it whenever we want to. So we have to keep in mind that we have that hook on him. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and attack up here. Try and get some participation in this conflict to get the opinion increase with her. And again, we got a chance to get the secret on this same character. Yeah, I don't want a secret on that character. I don't know why it does that. It just picks on a random person in the court. And it's just strange that it'll do it multiple times with the same character. Yeah, just very strange. Alright, so let's see if we can't intercept this character. Let me see, he'll probably be gone. So let's go here instead. Oh, he's going to defend right there. Okay, so yeah, we'll help out in this battle, and that should be the end. Yep, that's the end. Okay, so we can't disband while this army is this close. We're going to need to wait. Yeah, that'll be the end of the conflict, guys. Oops, let's go and pause that. And so she has greatly increased her power because she imprisoned all of those vassals. including the very powerful Duke of Toulouse. So that was very helpful for her. But now she has the same crown authority, so one thing to consider. Somebody thought our son was the court jester here. He is not. That's just the dumb outfit he's wearing. Yeah, it looks terrible. I hate this outfit. He wore this in the wedding. It's a kind of a strange, weird looking outfit. Maybe in the time they would have liked it. They had a very different opinion of what was good, good fashion back then. There are a lot more brighter colors than what we generally wear today. I mean, given some people wear very bright colors. What if you look at like our suits today? What men often wear. It's, we wear like darker colors, like blacks and blues and grays. We can now found the empire now that we finally have ended the war. Question is there any more kingdom titles that we want to create first? Like the Kingdom of Burgundy. That'd be really the only one. So if we did that, we'd have to wait a little bit longer. Watch something happen and we regret this. Let's do it. The biggest thing that could happen though is we get pulled into a conflict and then I'll really regret it. And then in this case, you might want to go ahead and make sure you bring in these people before you do it as well. So basically we just need to wait a couple more months, guys. And yeah, we're not going to improve his opinion any further, most likely, but we'll wait. So give it another 2 months here and then we'll be ready. I just hope nobody tries to call us into a conflict. Because I'm not willing to get pulled in. And nobody's going to attack us. Or more than likely not. I suppose Poland could. But yeah, I don't see anybody attacking us. That'd be really silly. With how much power we have, not just with our own army, which is pretty large, but with the army of our allies. That'd be very, very silly for somebody to attack us. But, it's not impossible. AI does silly things all the time. So we did have somebody take over that new title there for the acclaimed knight. And so I didn't know I appointed anybody over to this. Because, yeah, I actually wanted to get rid of one of these. Now, I think both of these guys are pretty old. 56 for this character. This guy's 46. So eventually we'll get rid of one of those two titles and then we'll be able to create that new accolade that we have available. And we can now found the empire, which we have all the kingdoms that I feel like we need. Or that I'm actually willing to create. This is just too much money for these two titles here. So I'm not willing to do that. Now, if we did create this kingdom, then we could get the Duke here with the normal feudal obligations. But yeah, I don't think it's worth it, honestly. Instead, we could just conquer him if we really wanted to do that. So yeah, let's go and create the imperial title now. So we started out our reign with this character, wanting an imperial title. We wanted to become the Holy Roman Emperor. And then, a few people were unhappy when we decided to go this route because they didn't see it as fitting, considering the fact that our character, he wanted to become an emperor, and so therefore he should stay in the HRE and fight to become the emperor. Of course, I didn't want to do that because you saw it was already falling apart, guys, and so we'd have to fight war after war in order to hold the HRE together, and we're doing that for a boy and not for ourselves. And maybe we could have eventually overthrown him and got the title, but then what happens with our successor? It's every character after that that you have issues trying to get that imperial title, which, good news, guys, we do have a grandson here who's also named Gerard. So yeah, he was just born recently. So now we have secured the inheritance here in France. It'll be our grandson that inherits the Kingdom of France. So we'll just see which character dies first. It'd be best if our character died and we were our son. Even then, yeah, he'll still inherit France before. Okay, so yeah, he'll be the King of France, more than likely, by the time that he inherits the Empire. And that will result in France being brought into the Empire, regardless of their realm rules, their crown authority. But yeah, we left the HRE and went our own way, and now we've created an imperial title and almost have all the territory that was part of the HRE when we disbanded it. The only thing we really lost here is this duchy here, and then Bohemia. There's a little bit here that the Hungarians got, but other than that, this is the empire. In fact, the empire was smaller over here because remember, Provence left, as did Piedmont. I don't know if Burgundy was still in it at the time. But yeah, there had already been several large duchies that had left. And so yeah, now we are a Kaiser. And the Pope places the crown upon our head and declare a new empire. It is what my servant vassals are here to witness. And as the declaration leaves my lips, all the power of my realm, spiritual as well as temporal, kneels before me. Alright, excellent. So do we want to rename it from Lotharingia, which is really not Lotharingia anymore, and instead name it Germany? It is more than Germany since we have all Italy. For right now, I will rename it Germany. What I'd like to do is take the flag from Germany. It's a shame. We should have made that our primary title. Yeah, what I should have did is made this the primary title and then created the empire. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I never do this in my Let's Plays. But in this particular case, I feel like it's worth it because it would be easier to just load up. You notice it's July. It's just a few days from the save here. And so it'd be easier to reload this, recreate the title, do the imperial title, and then change up our primary kingdom title right before we create the title, which we just need to wait till we get that bit of money there. Then it would be to create a new flag. I just don't want to create a new flag, guys. Now, you saw that the empire took the flag from our current kingdom, and so it would be better to instead have, I mean, you can also do the Kingdom of Sicily with the double-headed eagle. That one looks pretty cool too. I almost want that one just because it's white and black like that. Yeah, I almost want to make this the primary title here, because that's what will determine what the empire flag looks like. You could say it probably is better fitting to do the German one. So I suppose we'll do that, but I do actually like this one better than this one here. And it reminds too much of the Holy Roman Empire. So yeah, I almost want to do this one just because I think it's cooler with the black and white. I don't know, I wish I could ask your guys' opinion, which one you prefer. There's also the Kingdom of Bavaria, if you wanted to do a lion instead. But I really like the idea of doing an eagle better. And then we have this one too. Now I don't know if the primary title does anything else when it comes to the creations. You know what, let's just make this one the primary. It makes the most sense that it'd be the Kingdom of Germany. And thus it'll also be started as the name Empire of Germany. Now we could have done all this without reloading. You didn't have to. What we could have done instead is just taken our title and renamed it and changed up the icon ourselves. I just didn't want to do all that. Changing up the title name is really easy, but I didn't want to have to make a new coat of arms. Seems this is bugged a bit. Yeah, it's just easier to do that way and reload it. Alright, so now we are the Empire of Germany. And so if we look at the actual domain for this now, everywhere where we had the kingdom title for, it has added into the empire. So like places here in Sardinia were not added in since we didn't have that kingdom title. And then also there still is the Holy Roman Empire, and Bohemia might be able to form that at this point because they control so much of it. We'll just have to see what happens there, but we might be able to make them into a vassal. He's not willing to accept. Generally kings are very unlikely. You can see that it's negative 200, so it's challenging to get. We just take a look at where he's currently at. He's willing to accept. So go ahead and bring him in. And then we also have the other character I didn't vassalize. Not that it would have changed anything here. I think he's still, it's still part of the empire, as you can see here. And we already had the kingdom title over him, so it didn't make it any more likely that he was willing to accept. But yeah, the opinion could be increased here, so we'll keep on working on him. This character, though, he's more likely to accept, and he really hates us due to stealing the artifact from him and insulting him. So you could try and improve his opinion, but I almost want to demand another artifact from him instead and just attack him. I think that's the better way to do it. I think that's going to be the first war we do here. We're going to add him into our empire. But first, we will demand his artifact. That doesn't give okay, I just want to make sure that didn't give him a truce with us. Alright, so maybe go after this crown next. There's the tapestry too, which we've seen does produce more renown. And so maybe we want to get that instead. He does have some books here that would help. Do we have a book about warfare? Let me just take a look at what all we have in our royal court. Because I don't recall. Now currently, we're using the book for the intrigue. We do have a warfare one, and it's in fact better than his. I thought we did. So don't really need that one. That's probably the next lifestyle we're going to go. I think that makes the most sense for our character. That's his second best skill, is martial. Because with our current lifestyle, we're very close to being done here. We only have 2 left. And we're not going to go down the seducer one. I don't think it makes a lot of sense for this character. And so then you got to move into another lifestyle tree here. And I think the martial one would be the best one. And as far as our character's personality, Overseer is very clearly the one that fits him the best. And so I think that's what we're going to do. Now that is the least impressive one in some ways. Like in the martial branch. But yeah, let's go ahead and steal this artifact from her, or demand it. And we're going to do the tapestry, I believe. I think that's the best one for us. And then maybe after that, we'll try and get that from him. At that point, he'll be a vassal of ours. So he'll like us even less. Faction has disbanded. Independence faction. I didn't even know we had an independence faction. So now we can give out kingdom titles. Now that we're an emperor, we can give out kingdom titles without having to worry about losing that territory. And so I think it makes a lot of sense to make Gerard into a king. And so we'll give him this title over here. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any other sons, because if we did, I'd make them kings as well. Although we are still, working on this territory here. I didn't think about that fact. I'm trying to get this converted. We've been doing it for a little while now. He's only got 5 years left. You know, we should probably finish that. I suppose you can still do it even when it's not your territory. But you're giving up 2 of your counties here, and that's going to give up a lot of our power. We can actually hold another county. So essentially, we need to get more territory before we give that out. Okay. So I have to figure out who we want to take territory from. So is this a... Oh, okay. So this is regarding Ida here. And so her guardian is currently the Duke of Bar. She wants to change over to intrigue. Currently she's doing the learning education. I'm guessing she doesn't want to do this because she's cynical or something. Or maybe it's just a completely random event. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're going to leave her in the learning education because it doesn't change up. Yeah, I think it's best to just go with that option there. It does make you her tutor as well. So we can exchange hostages. I don't think we've made use of that mechanic at all. But yeah, we don't really have anybody else we can grant titles to. Now, there is our nephew. I guess he's over here in Luxembourg. And so you could grant him a title, but what would you even grant him? Like, we're not going to grant him the kingdom of Lotharingia because that's where all our territory is. And so it wouldn't make any sense to grant him that. Because, yeah, then he's going to be all pissed that we don't grant him this territory because this is all part of that kingdom, guys. As you can see here. And our capital is there. So it does not make sense to grant him that. As far as like other kingdom titles, you know, we have a lot of them. And so if you just wanted to get rid of vassals, you could always do that as well. But I prefer to give the kingdom titles to family members. And we do have a lot now that are children. So Beatrix did come of age here. So she finished up the intrigue education, got level 3, so not bad. So she'll return. She's already betrothed. So that's to the Duke of Normandy there. And is this our chance to get a trait for Princess Agnes? Looks like it. She's generous. And she's going with the intrigue education. It's really not the best for somebody who's going with intrigue. It's not terrible, but... yeah, I think we're going to leave her on that because, like, fickle and arrogant. Yeah, they're not great either. Yeah, you know what? Actually, with us doing the intrigue, let's have her be arrogant. We'll change it up and take the stress for it. Not that it really matters what her traits are in the long run here. So we had some notable guests arrive. The way that you get rid of all these is by clicking the broom here. So I was trying to right click this and it wasn't dismissing them all. And you need to right click this to get rid of all of them. So I knew that a long time ago, it's just forgot. And I think it's different in Victoria as well. That's something I was confusing it with Victoria. Why do we keep on getting the ability to get the hook on this one character? I mean, he's going to love us by the time we're done. Here's at plus 41. Here's another plus 30 here. It's a little ridiculous at this point. Now we have that tapestry. And it'd probably make the most sense to replace this one here. The house banner. Shame that it's over there where you can't see it. I guess we could move. You know what, let's move these. Because that looks nicer. And then we'll put this one over here. There you go. Beautiful. And so that's a little bit better. Still gets us some nice money as well. And we just got 450 gold. Our spouse did something for us there. All right, excellent. And we got increased holding taxes here too. All right, lovely. So there's a lot of things we could do with the money. We could create more titles. So we could do more kingdoms if we wanted to over here. Obviously those won't be added into the empire, of course. We could also create duchies so you can hand those out. So that's one possibility. I think what we're going to do is instead go ahead and declare war on this duke, since that costs money. Now, if we only raise the men in arms, we'd actually still be earning money. So that's something. Though I'm not sure how bad things will get if we no longer have his support, because we take his title. Because that's really the title that I want the most here, is to go ahead and take over this. And we have the piety to do it. 100% accept, and that's even without the hook. Interesting. Because I think that means he's still, if we have a strong hook on him, I believe that means he still has to support us regardless of his opinion. If I'm not mistaken. I guess we'll find out, because I'm going to do this. Let's go and revoke his title. And then I'm hoping that once he grants it to us, I mean, he's a rival, and he doesn't like us, although he likes us more than you'd expect being a rival. But yeah, he's not able to operate against us. The question is, does he still have to give us the money and endorse us? I think he does. Because of the strong hook. Yep, since you have a strong hook on him, you get all the levies and taxes from his church holdings. So because we didn't have to use that strong hook, yeah, that worked out very well for us. And it gave us 2 locations here. So I think we should move our capital over to there, guys. Because this is, Nancy is not the most impressive location. And this gives us the duchy holding. And so the only thing I'm considering here is that, well, the development isn't that bad either. Okay, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and completely move our capital over to here, guys. So that's the new capital now. It's also more central as well. And this is all part of the same kingdom of Lotharingia, so we still can't grant that out to anybody. But we need to get the control up here now. So let's go ahead and work on that. We're going to want to increase control here. And we could go ahead and also give out this location here. And we'll probably keep this one because it's pretty useful to have. Now you do want to move the development over to here now since this is the new capital. And so we'll do that. And then yeah, we're just going to go and grant out this territory. So in this case, it makes the most sense to grant it to somebody who'd make a good priest. This guy is fickle, zealous, and honest. With a good learning because he has the mastermind philosopher. So we'll grant it to him. It's just going to be that bishopry. And it's a shame you can't grant titles to monks because our brother here still doesn't have a title yet of his own, and you can't grant titles to any monks. Very unfortunate it's not an option, unless it is, and I just don't know how to do it, to grant specifically a temple type to a monk. You really should be able to. Kind of strange if you can't. Anyways, so we've done that. And now let's go ahead and declare war. That grants us, we got the extra county here, and we've changed the capital up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and declare war on him. We also need to create the duchy building there. So we want to seize control of the entire duchy. Though, Not sure if all this, because it seems like he has 2 duchies, doesn't he? Yeah, he has 2 duchies, and that duchy doesn't, it's only this territory here, so it doesn't border us. So I think it makes more sense to do, It's interesting you can only do that duchy. I wonder why you can't do the other one. Yeah, very strange. Yeah, very strange that we can do that one. That's not the one I want. I could just do for a county instead. Yeah, obviously that's not the most efficient way to do this. So which county is this? That's over here. That's weird. Oh, probably because, yeah, this isn't part of our kingdom or our empire. I suppose that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't think about that fact. So you can only do it to get like one of these dukes claims. So you can get that one county there. Yeah, that's really not the way I want to do it. Or this county. Yeah, same county. It's just which duke do you want to grant it to. Okay, so really not the best way to go about doing this then. Maybe I should just offer the low feudal obligations. You could also just kill him. And then he's probably more likely to accept the normal feudal obligations. And maybe we just get rid of the boy. Anybody who's in our way, that's what our character's always been willing to do. If anybody gets in our way. So we'll start the murder scheme on this character. And it looks like everybody wants to take him out anyways. So it shouldn't be too difficult to get done. One of his countesses doesn't like him. Oh, it seems that we can get rid of the rivalry here. Yeah, he does not want to be rivals with us, probably because we have that strong hook. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I have no reason to be rival with you. You're the one upset about me taking your title. Just get over it, man. Alright, so that worked out for us. And yeah, we need to go ahead and create the new duchy building over here that we can get. Currently having this constructed, so we won't actually be able to do anything here. We gotta wait till this finishes, which it just finished. Alright, excellent. And also, got another agent involved here. Alright, so as far as what we want to get here, let me just see what buildings are currently here since this is our capital. So we currently have the belly. Alright, so that's good for the heavy cab, which we don't actually have any heavy cab yet. So you get the taxes, increased fort level. Those are all nice. So we can keep that if we wanted. Also got the homesteads. This is great for the money and the levies. And then we got the hamlets here as well. And that's great for the taxes. But we can always change these up so that we can put our heavy infantry here. And another way to do it is to try and focus on cav. So when we do get heavy cav, they can be stationed here. Since you already have the one bonus there. In which case you'd want to get the stables. And maybe just change up one of these. I think that's probably what we're going to do, is change one of them up. Well, let's first get the duchy building, since we have the money for it. And these are granting us bonuses now. So why not first get some new bonuses? So our choices here. We have the military academies. This enables the trained knights travel option. Men-at-arms recruitment cost is reduced. Army gold maintenance is reduced. And some bonuses for your knights. You have more knights, they're more effective. And our men-at-arms, we'll be able to increase the size of them. We'll be able to get one more men-at-arms, I mean. And so yeah, pretty good for your military, as you'd expect from a military academy. We're not going to do the marches, or the siege works. The royal armories, this will be alright. If you want to move the, one of your men-at-arms that you currently have, you can get some nice bonuses here. And you get that 2.5%. Increases levy size. I really feel like if you're going to do a military one, though, you're better off with the military academies. I think that's a much better option. Jousting grounds would be great if we do want to eventually put some heavy cav here. Get some very nice heavy cav bonuses. Also, the joust and the horse race are going to be cheaper when you do the grand tournaments. And you'll notice that men-at-arms maintenance is going to be reduced by 6%. Now, I don't know if that's as good as the army gold maintenance at 2.5%, because, when you're only raising the men-at-arms, of course, 6% is going to be a better option than just 2.5%. But yeah, this covers the levies and stuff. And so I really feel like that's probably the better option. However, one nice thing about men-at-arms maintenance is that applies, all the time. Of course, this would too, but it's only 2.5% because you don't pay for your levies except for their raise. So essentially, army gold maintenance is better at times of war, while men-at-arms maintenance is better at times of peace, or if you're in a war and you only raise up your men-at-arms. And of course, this is a nicer bonus in those cases. So I almost want to do this one just like we're really focused on heavy cav or something here, like at the stables and stuff, and have like excellent heavy cav. Now we actually don't have any heavy cav. We can get another men-at-arms maintenance, another men-at-arms units, but yeah, we don't have the tech yet for the heavy cav. We need to get the arch saddle here, which we're not even close to getting. Now we almost have the battlements, and so that'll be nice. And that's a men-at-arms maintenance reduction right there. We'll have that in 11 months, and so we'll be able to switch over to that. But we're still talking. Let me just take a look here. 23 years before we'll even be able to get the heavy cav. Now you can just put the light cav here in the meantime, and a lot of these are giving you bonuses for those, and so you're still going to get a bonus from it. You just want to switch it up to heavy cav once you get those. So yeah, these all are bonuses for light cav too. So just move the light cav over there for now, if you really want to like build this out to focus on the cavalry. You got tax offices holding taxes plus 15%, leisure palaces, or the royal preserves. Yeah, I think we should really go for this one's nice too. I kind of just glossed over this one, but yeah, you're getting that men-at-arms maintenance and the same one that you're getting here, and then you're also getting bonuses for heavy infantry and spearmen if you want to move your heavy infantry here. What's nice here, besides the same grand tournament bonuses just for different contests here, what's nice here is that you also get these. The increased quality of sponsored inspirations and enables the superior armaments. And so that's an artifact decay reduction. And it's a travel option, so I feel like this is probably for the best though, to go for this one and just kind of build it out with a focus on cav. Why not? I think that'd be fun. Just amazing German knights. So we're gonna construct this one here, and then we'll just go ahead and move the light cav over here now, so I don't forget, because you guys know I will. I don't know where they're currently stationed. Okay, they're currently in Spain, getting a 4.4 bonus there and a 3-point bonus here. So we're going to move them over to here, where they're going to get the same bonus, but they'll eventually get a much higher one once we get those buildings constructed. So yeah, we'll do that, and then after that we'll change up the building there. So we do need to select an education and a guardian for our grandson Milo, which, remember, he's that bastard son of our daughter. So apparently he stayed in our court while his mom left. Yeah, she left him here. It's probably for the best. I don't think her husband would have appreciated if she had brought him along. So currently he's got the intrigue. Could move him over to diplomacy, but if we keep him on intrigue, then we can train him ourselves. Well, why not? It's our only grandson that's going to be here in court right now. I think all of our children are off in other locations, so yeah, I don't think we'll have any other grandchildren here. Could legitimize him as well. Maybe that's something we do after we raise him ourselves, and he's like our favorite grandchild. Makes sense, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and educate him. And that would figure. Our daughter has this bastard child who we end up loving more than all the rest of our grandchildren. That's actually going to have to be the end of today's episode too. We'll do this event here, Tales from the Wilds, where this count is approaching us, wishing to meet and discuss our experience as hunters. So it's an opportunity to swap tall tales from the wilds. So we can ask him what his hardest kill was, or say I'm not interested in that rabbit catcher. Alright, so he's underneath our daughter-in-law. So he's from France here. So it would be a way to reduce stress. Might be something we want to talk about. Yeah, sure, why not? We can be a jerk sometimes, but we're not always a jerk. Did want to see if they had any other children. They did not. And he doesn't have his education trait just yet. Still quite young. But yeah, we're going to have this long line of Gerards. So I have to know them by their regnal number, but that is difficult because this is actually Gerard II, but because he's Kaiser, he's now Gerard I, since he's the first Gerard for the Empire of Germany. And so therefore, yeah, we're going to have difficulty keeping them all in mind. I guess he's just Gerard I now, and then he'll be the second, even though currently he says the third, because that's for this particular title that he's in. And then this would be the the third. So very confusing with the regnal numbers there because of the situation, but with the imperial title, it would no longer change. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Because, yeah, I don't see us gaining a different main imperial title. So I think when it comes to wars, the most profitable one, because I think it is about time for us to start doing a little bit of war here. We haven't been doing much in the series because this character just has been very war focused and he's been expanding by other means. But I think the one that probably makes the most sense and the one you're going to get the most from is attacking King Daniel of Poland here, which he's a somewhat impressive king, isn't he? He has 6,300 troops if you count his allies, so it wouldn't be that difficult of a conflict, especially if we brought our own troops. But I wonder if we can't grab this entire duchy. That's what I was thinking, because we want control of that. Would we only be able to get one duchy? Yeah, it'd only be the one duchy, because while it's one duke there, he holds a whole bunch of duchies. And then you got these other duchies too. Because that's the actual Duchy of Hungary. Okay, so you wouldn't be able to get the whole thing, but you could still get a lot. So that's probably the most profitable way to go. There's also, here in Tuscany, we might have some claims on some of this. Maybe not, though. I'm not entirely sure, because I think when he created the kingdom, all this is part of it. So there might not be much here. Yeah, just a little bit. The Duchy of Lombardy, try and take that title from him. Might not even have anything county-wise associated with it. Yeah, and you got one county. Okay, so yeah, not really a whole lot that you can get here. So certainly not the best conflict. Could just conquer this guy to finish up the conquest of Sicily. Castile, this empress here, she has territories that are rightfully ours as well. We could just let our son do that when you give him this title here, though. Because once he gets this, he'll have claims to all this here. Pretty much everything south of the mountains right here. He has claim to. So yeah, you could do the war for that. That would be profitable. Then we got Bohemia. They probably have something that's rightfully ours. The entire Duchy of Austria. You could get control of that. That is within Hungarian territory in that case, then. You're not really connected to it, so it looks kind of strange. Could also just take over single counties. Yeah, if you take that one, then you reconnect it. That requires 2 separate wars. So you can connect. So that doesn't even connect it because you still got this territory here. So you might want to do a war with the Hungarians first. However, we're allied with him because he's married to our sister. So that's not even an option. So you can't even declare war on the Hungarians. So again, I really feel like the best choice here is Poland. And besides, we don't like them all up in our territory here like this anyways. And so yeah, I think that's the best way to go. Is just declare war on him for this territory here. And get a whole duchy. And I think the best one would be the one that gives you this territory up along here. Just as far as like how much you're getting. This one's nice too. It splits them as well. But I think this is the best one, honestly. So I think that's the one we would go for. So let me know what you guys are thinking, but I think it is about time for some wars now. I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.